Hey there, Scorpio. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much. Your likes, your comments, your shares are so much appreciated by me. If this is the first time you've been here, stick around. We use the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I had a little technical difficulty, so I'm doing the readings this week in the order of the most viewed over the minutes over the last couple of weeks. So that's what's going on here with that. I wasn't able to do the new moon, so I wanted to do a little special new moon at the beginning of this also. And so the new moon moves into Aquarius tomorrow at 4:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States, right? And so for you, Scorpio, it's moving into your fourth house of home and family. And your guidance here from the Moonology cards is your commitment is being tested. Ooh, your commitment is being tested in your home and family area. So that's what the energy from this new moon is going to kind of feel like to you. Like, now, commitment being tested could be something simple as, oh, maybe you decided you were going to do a home improvement project and you're having trouble getting the contractors to be on time, and it's testing your commitment to the whole idea. Or maybe it's going to cost too much. Maybe you're looking to move your house, and so the commitment is, do we stay, do we go? It could be home and family. It could have to do with relationships. So your commitment to something, some project or emotional commitment to your home or family. And so to get a little more guidance on that, I'm using the Whispers of Healing guidance cards. And, I just realized I did not put those. So I'll have to put that in the below in the description box, but I did put the other cards I'm using this week down there. And so you have control and breathe. Okay, two things. Breathing. Let's start with breathing. You can't control everything, but you can breathe, right? And by breathing, I mean you take that through the nose, all the way up through the diaphragm, breathe it in all the way from the toes up through the body, and then release out your mouth. When you are stressed, when things feel out of control, the best way to get some control is to breathe. Like to just breathe it out. And I know that seems really like odd, but your commitment's being tested, which means your patience, I feel, will be being tested, right? And so it's going to be something you're going to be like, oh, okay, whoa, all right. And so let's go ahead and move into the reading. The moon is in Aquarius. It's on Sunday right now, and it moved in this morning at 8:03 a.m. and it'll be there all day tomorrow, and then it'll be there until Tuesday evening. So you have Monday and Tuesday with this energy. But let's go ahead and get an overall conversation starter. I do want to talk about new moon resolutions, and because this one's also the Chinese New Year with this new moon, and so it's coming off of the eclipses. It has a lot of energy to start in what feels like a clean slate, and so I really want you to take advantage of it. So write down the things that you would like to accomplish, write down what you're grateful for, and then burn them and start making your plans. This moon in Aquarius, is about taking your dreams and your plans and your goals and bringing them into reality. And so the conversation starter you have is the Strength card and this Three of Cups card. And so this to me says, again, this is strength, control, breathing your way through while you're being tested. Your commitment in the family arena is being tested, because this definitely looks like people talking around the coffee table, right? It could be family members talking, it could be friends talking, but there's so I kind of feel like it flows in with that. So Three of Cups energy is nice though, because it's loving. It's loving and it's sharing and it's giving. But the fact that the Strength card came out with it, it looks like there's some kind of a victory though, right? But it's going to have to come from you. You're going to have to maintain control. And I think the way you're going to maintain control is by taking that pause, taking that breath, right? Before you say or do something that gets you into more trouble than you would prefer to be in. So to get a little more guidance on that, I'm using the Denise Linn Gateway Oracle cards. And this is, remember, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday energy. Okay. And you have mending bridges. Okay. Again, taking that pause, using your strength, your commitments being tested. Do you have to walk something back? Do you need to do something a different way? Do you have to view things a different way? So mending the bridges, taking a softer tone, finding that it's easier to get what you want by using honey instead of vinegar, right? So that might be something we're thinking about. On Tuesday night, the moon is going to move into the sign of Pisces at 9:02 p.m. And so part of this is you're stepping from this realization into acceptance. Like, I know what I want. I know where I'm going. And this acceptance could be acceptance of help from other people. It could be acceptance of a situation. Maybe it wasn't what you wanted, but that's what it's going to be. See the little butterflies? There's transformation that comes from this realization and acceptance. And then from that, there's growth. And then there's the growth, right? When you can understand that the things cannot go the way they've been going. All right, I realize I have to do something a little different. I accept the situation. I'm accepting health, and things are starting to grow in a more positive direction. And so that's kind of the energy of this moon in Pisces. And the moon in Pisces loves being there. So it's very comfortable. This is in your 5th house of fun and romance and children. And so this is a real opportunity. If you've been doing this, mending the bridges, and your commitments being tested at home, you might find this is very nice energy. I do want to warn you though, on Thursday, on Thursday, the moon is also in conjunction with Chiron, which can trigger some really deep wounds on people, but it is at a square with Jupiter, which can be kind of nice. And so I feel like there's going to be this emotional roller coaster could be going on with you because you're a water sign. You might just notice it in other people. So this is your weather alert for Thursday, emotional weather alert, okay? So the energy to use for this realization, this acceptance, this growth is empowerment and synchronicity. So look around. How are things falling into place seemingly without your help? Notice them, accept them. That could be this acceptance of help, right? Notice them and accept them, and then empower yourself. Say, oh, I can use that, or I accept that I have this strength and I have this wisdom, or I've learned this thing and I can do this and I can do that. And if I do all this stuff together, why, I can create growth, right? So take a look around, use your own personal strength to empower yourself, mend some bridges, start building yourself into the direction you want to go in. And then remember that when that moon moves Friday night into Aries, which is all about action, this action for you might be about self-love. Because we have self-love, we have nourishment, and we have the path. So the path forward for you includes taking care of yourself, loving yourself. And loving yourself means loving, okay, Scorpio, everybody has light and shadow, right? If you draw a picture, if you don't put the shadowing in, then it looks flat and boring 2D. But with the shadowing, things come to life and then they're 3D. And so that's really an important thing to remember, that everybody has shadow, and that when we love our shadow self, oh, look at this card that doesn't belong in here. When we love our shadow self, then that is when we completely love ourselves. And when you love yourself completely, then you realize that other people love you completely too. It's like it opens the doorway to other people loving you and to you being able to fully love other people with a much more trusting heart. Because when you realize, oh my gosh, you know what? Even though I do these things or I have these things about me that I'm not particularly excited about, I still love me. I'm still worthy of love. And then when you feel that way, then you recognize that so are other people, and people recognize that you are too. And it's a good way to start the cycle in a whole new direction. All right, for some guidance on this Aries, nourishing and self-love. Okay, so, all right, they were both in the protection mode. So what this tells me, you have stuck in the mud and deep freeze. Where are you stuck at, Scorpio? You know, it's in the self-love and the nourishment. Look for the synchronicities, build the bridges. If you have been stuck in your own energy because you don't like your shadow side, or you don't like someone else's shadow side, which is often what we don't like about other people, are the things that we actually don't like about ourselves. It is time to step out of this energy and empower yourself. You know, your strength and your commitment is going to be tested. So you need to breathe your way through it, release that way, and start looking for the path. Start looking for the path forward. Because Sunday night in your 7th house of partnerships at 8:28 p.m. So that'd be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. The moon's actually in a really nice aspect with this Taurus moon. It's about finding the path. It's like finding the way forward. It's about getting unstuck. It's about coming. These are like this, which means you're getting unstuck. You're coming out of the deep freeze. So you're finding the path and you're starting to move your way forward. And I'm actually going to leave these in the upside down because I actually kind of like the idea of you starting to mend fences, moving forward, breathing your way through it, empowering yourself, figuring out where you're going. This new moon in Aquarius is a really great opportunity to do this. And I don't recall if I said this or not, but it's the Chinese New Year of the pig. So if you are a Chinese New Year pig, I have a son who is. If you were born in the year of the pig, happy birthday. Okay, so let's see here. And you have confidence. This is all about believing in yourself. This week, this is about breathing, letting go of negativity, finding ways to build bridges instead of blowing them up, finding your way forward, using self-confidence and strength. I mean, that looks like self-confidence. It's like from beginning to end, your story this week, Scorpio, this week, this first week in February, it looks like I need to move my way forward by being self-confident. So that's excellent. So do that, right? So let's get you a color card for the week, Scorpio, but I really think it might actually be your commitment to yourself that's being tested. What do you really want? And loving yourself completely and thoroughly. Okay. And you have gray. And I think you've gotten this recently. Scanning your body. This is looking for the shadows. This is looking for the parts of you that you don't like and learning how to love them. Loving yourself. Really super important. Hard work. It is. And you're going to really, I think Thursday's going to be kind of tough for you. So breathe our way through it, right? I think that's going to be very emotional. So don't burn any of the bridges you just built, right? Work on building more bridges and breathing our way through it. All right, Scorpio, looks pretty good, though. I got good news for you, though. Next week looks really good coming up. So get your way through this one. Next week, the way the planets are lining up for Valentine's should be nice. Beginning of the week starts out in Taurus. And so all in all, not too bad. So you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You can do this. All right. So go have a great week and I will see you next week. Take care.